Hello, Ange. Sorry, I'm just eating some chocolate. Smakelig. Is that chocolate? Hope you haven't tricked me into saying a racist Belgian word. Smakelig. Smakelig. No, smakelig. Yeah, smakelig. Is that right? Chocky. I'm in a bit of a better mood today, so we should get some nice results. We'll see. We'll see. I've got Frank Sinatra playing as well, so. Oh, it means enjoy my food. Thank you. Thank you kindly. What shall we study? I would like to do background music, but it means I can't upload it to YouTube without my video being silenced completely, which is pretty sad. So if you want to go and put on your own background music, feel free. I mean, that way no one is annoyed by the music choice, because everyone can just pick their own, I guess. But my personal choice, Frank Sinatra. Alright, we better study something quick before I lose my mojo. Could study something from your board, Ernst. Are you Ernst on on Pinterest, or are you on Billin? Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. I don't know how I would do that. But that's live on now. I'm assuming this is UEarns because it has a 50 studies pin and an abandoned board. Yeah, this is definitely you. Oh, good lord. Yes. What should we study? While I'm in a good mood. Could study a sergeant painting that has some utility. I've been a poet, a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet. Hardcore simplification. Portrait wouldn't be the best for that then. What do you mean by hardcore simplification? If you could elaborate on that, ironically. Gang. Gang, gang, gang. What would you like to see, Harry? Something very detailed. Get out of my room. I'm doing this. I'm literally streaming. You're live to the world. Yeah, get out. Little lemonhead. Shut the door. Good lord. Simplifying a stupid amount of detail. How about we start with something simple? We'll do 3 paintings. We'll start simple, go a bit more detailed, and then we'll go mind-numbingly detailed. How about that? While old Frankie Sinatra keeps me going. Fair enough, fair enough. Let's do that. Let's get something simple. Oh, I like streaming. I've really gotten into it. It's nice to have... Hello, Sakuga Sensei. Oh, Sakuga Sensei is going to be happy I'm doing a sergeant study. In fact, I might do one of the ones that you studied, Sakuga Sensei. We'll see. We'll see. Let's start with simple. Let me search through a million Singer Sergeant references until I find one. Preferably not a human. Come on. New subscribe button and a bit system. Yeah, I'm an affiliate now. Which is cool. I have no idea how it works. I just put in my national insurance number and they were like, oh, you can get paid now? Ooh, so, you know, that's exciting. What's the reference? I don't know what. Well, we decided, Sakuga Sensei, that we're going to start with something simple and then go a little bit more complex and think about simplification, whether that's of values, of shapes, of color. We'll see how it goes. I'm just currently trying to find a simple, already reference that I can then simplify. And then we're going to go for something a bit more complex. The woman on the desk. I'll find it for you quick. I'll find it for you. Hold on. Shouldn't take long to find. Good lord, where was this reference? It just said it wasn't hard to find, and I can't find it. I can feel that I'm close. I'm close. I sense it. Good lord. Do you mind if I find it later, Sakuga Sensei? Because it seems to be taking me a while. It's been 12 minutes and I haven't started painting. It's not a good sign, is it? Not a good sign at all. This is my issue, is just references. I hate picking references. I hate it. It's my pet hate. Because I'm so picky. I have not bought any reference packs. And I found it. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna DM it to you, Sakuga Sensei. There you go. I've DM'd it to you. Reference for drawing on Google. I found a good one. Reference potluck. Good lord. Good lord. It stops you from stripping because you spent money on them, so you're obliged to use them. Okay, I do actually have some reference packs, but I didn't buy them. They were free, so I'm not obliged to use them, but I will. How about we want something relatively simple. Not that. That's not simple. Oh. God, I swear. Oh. Nature. Burnt. Oh god, that's very complex. Misty Mountains. Less complex. You hate your painting from today? It's sad. Pretty sad. Yeah, we'll do this. but small. Right. Simple. Simple. Look at that for simple. Look at that. In fact, I could do it with selection masks. I don't use these nearly enough. Ghibli movies? Yeah, Ghibli movies are great. How's this going? Spirited Away is your favorite. Castle in the Sky is your least favorite. My favorite is Princess Mononoke. I think definitely. You're restarting school. Yeah, I know. I know. My sister is as well. Let's just. Mix needs to go up. Let's see if we can figure this out. I have a theory. If I do that, and then I make the bottom half black, and then the top half this grey, but a tiny bit brighter. Like that. Then I can select it, hide it, and then I should have like a How's that? How's that? Hello, Tom. Are you free for a call, Tom, or are you still with old Pogo Meister? Someone asked what tablet I use? I use the Intuos smallest Intuos. Oh, I don't think you need more than the smallest Intuos. Pogo Meister, yeah. Best tablet, yeah. What's the point of going bigger, right? What is the point of going bigger? Let's just go a bit brighter and a bit browner. How's this? How's this? This is pretty cool. Am I right? We're simplifying a lot of the details down. Very graphic. Intuos drawer fits in your bag real easy. Yeah, it's tiny. I got my girlfriend to get an Intuos drawer because she just had the biggest Cintiq, like 24-inch one, which is super inconvenient, especially if you want to be comfy, because it's boy that is not comfy to use at all. Right, we need all this wonderful ground shenanigans here. So we've got pits. Let's Let's see. That's better. So we've got that. And then I guess there are also... What's that? I'd say that is more or less done. There are some slightly darker shadows in here, but I'm not overly concerned about them, to be honest. Like, trying to think of what brush would be best to get that in. How about we just splat it? I don't know. Yeah, let's leave that there. Simple is best. Simple is best. Twitch partner stuff? I am not looking at the stream, so I don't know what on earth you're on about. I don't know what it looked like before, never mind what it looks like now. Let me have a little chocolate break. I deserve a chocolate break, man. You gotta look after yourself. We had to move a dishwasher. Interesting. Thank you, Ernst. Smakelig to you too. People can have custom emotes. That's cool. Can I have like the bring me to life kind of variety? I don't want one of them techno goth kind of ones. Right. That has to be the most useful setting for the mixer brush that I've found yet. And you missed it, Ernst. You missed it. God damn it, Ernst. You missed it. What style do I want to do? Ernst, I'll do it again just for you. If you'd like. If you'd like. Yeah, let me have a drink. Hold on. Where's my pen? Where's my pen? Got it. Right. See all this grey shenanigans? Ernst isn't in the corner. What are you on about? We'll just get rid of all this blue. Right. Are you ready, Ernst? Are you ready? I don't know if you are. We're gonna get this. Right. Bottom of it. Blue. Second layer. Little bit of black. Last layer. Grey. Right. Look at that. And then we're gonna select it all with all mixy. And now, you ready? If I have it on 0 and I set the water area to be way larger. Maybe I should select the water bit. In theory, this should work, but it's not, because I'm a goon. Come on, work for me. Don't cut out now. I know what I need to do. I need to increase my brush size massively. To like that. It should, in theory, work now. Don't be disappointed, not yet. No, I haven't had any subs yet. Hey, there we go. Turn up wetness. Right, we've got it sorted. Now you want some lakes. I got you. We got some instant lakes. I think you can only like. This isn't how I did it before. Before I did the blue separately, you know, just doing whatever. I also did the blue with the mixer brush, so I did my little blue rivers. And then the only bit that I did with this was the black and the grey, and it worked quite well like that. And then on the border of these little rivers, I could just do that and have like the little core shadow from the ridge. You get it. You get it. But anyway, that worked really well before I actually tried to do a demo on it. It worked. The proof is in the pudding. It worked really well before, and now I don't know if I can't even go back far enough. I'm pretty sure I saved it. I'm pretty sure I saved it. There we are. Look how well that worked before I got all flustered and stage nervous. What is a demo? A demonstration? Just like a how-to, I guess. No subs yet. No subs yet. I wouldn't expect any. Right, okay, so that was super simple. Now we need something a bit detailed. Just a little. Just a tad. Let's see. Any suggestions for something that's like one level up from a completely empty environment on the details spectrum? While I shove chocolate down my gob. Buildings. Okay. Skylines are difficult. This was the last skyline I did, and I simplified it right down. Galaxy chocolate. There you go. I muted myself until I had finished eating. I should probably do that in future. Volcano. Volcanoes live. I'll do a volcano. That sounds like it's a bit detailed. Like an erupting volcano or just a hill. An erupting volcano. Let's get an erupting volcano. Oh, Frank Sinatra, so soothing. What a guy. Yellowstone. I think I have a Yellowstone reference pack, don't I? I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do. It's not very interesting. Most of them are really boring. Interesting colours, but not difficult to simplify. They're just like what I've basically just done, but yellow. The free ref packs, you know it. You know what? I found a volcano that I want to paint. The color grading on the image is kind of wacky, but how's that for an erupting volcano? You haven't done a study all day. You're a criminal. Good lord. Get going, guys. Get going. Obviously, keep the stream open so I get good views. Come on. But go and study, definitely. Join me, Thomas. Join me and study. Join the dark side. Forget pogoing. That's not gonna get you a job, eh? Eh? But painting an eruptive volcano, you're gonna get employed by the Planet Earth concept art team, I think. They're big volcano fans. Did someone say sickly green colour? Look at that. That's the power, the confidence in my colour picking ability. You're playing Mafia 2. Never played Mafia 2. Is it good? Let's just get a bit brighter. Bit darker. Chroma blue is quite low, isn't it? Very strange. Very strange. Puke green. Keyboard, SPAC, Ponyo, Ghibli movie, I Told Morrow, Interesting. Interesting. Does your own painting count as studying? Yeah, I guess it counts as studying. I mean, painting full stop is studying, right? If your aim is learning how to paint, then I guess that counts as studying. If my goal is learning how to be a baker, then going into my kitchen and making some delicious sugary treats probably counts as studying. Just depends what your goals are. Now, obviously, there's no crossover there. If you're trying to learn how to paint, I wouldn't recommend baking. I mean, I would recommend baking, but not as a term of study. Let's just get this really black colour in the foreground. It's not even dark enough. That? Something like that. Who's messaged me? Again in VC, child. Very good. I'm in VC. Let me turn my music off, and then people will be able to hear you if you join VC. Thomas. Right. Hold on. I have to pause my music and then unmute my desktop audio. Everyone can hear you now. Hello.
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 How are you?
I'm going to turn your volume down, you noisy bastards.
Just so excited. Sakura Sensei, I thought you hated zebras.
Wait, Sakura Sensei doesn't hate zebras anymore.
I thought zebras were albino horse,
And also dumbass.
but apparently not.
Well,
Apparently they're back on the cards.
you'd be right if you said that they were albino horse and also dumbass.
I've literally got nothing to post today.
Oh, have you not?
I've got the things that we did yesterday, the busts. I could post one of them, but they're a bit crap.
Just do something quick in like 15 minutes.
I've been playing too much Pogo stuff. I've played... Like, this is criminal. I've played 5 hours today.
Oh, you were actually playing it? I thought you were just like co-hosting
I played it.
Ben's
I made
stream.
exactly 0% progress. That is the equivalent of playing Mario, and after 5 hours of playing Mario, just being on the same level.
Well, that's sad.
And that is not going to get me a job. So, oh well.
You know.
Sometimes you'll have a bit of fun. Girls just have fun.
Well, I'd say that is an incorrect statement. Sometimes you don't have to have a little bit of fun.
Oh,
I say fun.
never have fun.
Never have. That's actually a quote from me. Never have fun. If you
okay.
have fun, you're a criminal. There you go.
Right.
We can take that to the bank.
Zebra equals... What's it equal?
Stinky pee bad dumbass albino horse.
So, I get a mixed message over this zebra or zebra.
I don't know what the confusion's about, to be honest.
Paint a zebra, but zebra equals stinky pee and dumbass albino horse.
Well, think about it logically. That's right.
I don't think often, but I'm thinking this time.
I haven't got the perspective of this correct, but that's fine.
Because, right, I'm doing the zebra.
You
And
doing?
then,
Wait, you're doing a stinky albino zebra horse.
yeah, right. Post it, I'll go post it, and then I'll post it on Instagram. And then I'll see whichever gets more likes out of the zebra and the frog is the superior.
I think you'll find stinky albino's horse. Thank you. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. You've derailed my stream. I hope you reel this. Reel this? What the?
What rails? I saw you do that tutorial, Joe. The rails came off when you tried to do.
It
when you
really did. It really did.
The rails came off then.
The rails have been off for a while. I feel like I'm slowly losing my mind. And by my mind, I mean my rails.
I've got.
Let's just
Let's go.
get out of town. Why is the mix so high? Right, we need some proper bright orange here. Okay, maybe not that. Are you listening to the Scatman?
Oh, I listened to him earlier on playing Pogo Stuck, and
Did he give you strength?
basically before I even knew it, the album was over, and I realized I'm playing the game for like an hour, and
classic.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop the game and also stop listening to Scatman John for now.
For now. I introduced my brother to Scatman John earlier.
Yeah,
or at least he was aware of Scatman John, but I introduced him to the heartwarming story of Scatman John.
What did he say?
He said, I can't believe that no one's ever told me this before. My life's changed.
Did he say that?
And it almost immediately won the lottery. Yeah.
Oh.
So, you heard it here first, gang.
My sister, when I showed her Scatman John, was like, I don't know why you listen to that. It's awful. It's just unnecessary noise. Which really upset me.
That's... I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like crying at that news. Why is this so... Oh, this isn't going as well as the other one. I feel like am I not concentrating or something?
I don't think I'm that big of a distraction, honestly.
I honestly think you are a massive distraction.
we do no work when we call.
Honestly, you are...
See, when we like to do work when we call, but also when we don't call, we don't do work. And also when we call, we don't do work. So
what you're saying is we have no bearing on each other's workflow. How about
but we also have complete bearing on each other's workflow. Simultaneously.
Classic. Right. This needs to be lower, more saturated, and red. Goodbye. You are the weakest link.
Yep.
I don't know what to say anymore. You are weak. I don't like this volcano. I'm not a fan. Good lord, Sakika Sensei, you've written a lot. Brain is too big, nobody will. Zebra. Something more zebra.
If in doubt, thanks much.
If in doubt, whip it out.
Okay.
Referring to Kang Smudge.
I hope you were.
I actually was.
Okay.
I feel like...
Do you?
Shut your mouth.
See how fast that was?
It was fast. It was fast.
I'm just ready.
It just feels like simplifying this.
Maybe there's not enough Scatman John.
But
But you
I can't put any
get
on.
the painting.
I can't put any on.
Oh, I mean in the painting.
Oh no. You're right.
It's worked in the past.
It has worked. Okay. Let's get him in. It's worked in the past. So why wouldn't it work now? Good point.
Yeah.
Let's just mess up. In fact, no. Let's just keep him in as his raw, ungodly form. And in fact, I'm going to suggest we make Scatman John the explosion at the top of this volcano.
It's his thing poking out the volcano.
Look at him. Right.
Right.
And then I think we should motion blur him upwards so it looks like he's really going for it. And then we're going to set him to vivid light. We're gonna erase him from where he doesn't need to be. Right, I don't know if you're seeing this, but
I'm seeing it.
look at that. If that isn't the explosion of a century. Are you kidding me? It worked. Look at that.
That is
Now,
perfection.
forget the reference for a second. That is a violent volcanic explosion. And it is actually motion blurred Scatman John. You know what? This is a meme that is gonna haunt me. No, literally, we had for those in stream. Hello, Pit. For those in stream, we had we attended Digital Asylum. What the hell?
That's asylum.
I can't talk. I can't talk today. Right, I'm eating chocolate, so we attended Digital Art Society at our university. And a guy in the year above, just to prove that he was capable of painting and that brushes didn't matter and it was all about skill, actually got a brush in the shape of some male genitalia and made this really good painting. And I'm thinking, I think I could do the same with Scatman, you know. I think every painting so far, you don't know. Let me get up some other paintings that I've been doing recently. This, right, I don't know if you can tell. This is Scatman John's mustache. That's where his hat is. That's the sides of his face. The background, that's his hat. That's the sun behind him. Right, and that there is also the sun, and there's his hat on the floor, and that's his mustache there. Right, so there were 3 separate Scatman Johns in this painting, which is why I think it's successful. Now, if we compare that to a painting in which, this was yesterday, I opted for a brush that wasn't Scatman John, and you see what's happened? See what's happened? Lower quality. Right? Oh, what's this painting here? Oh, it's really good. What could the background be? Do you see this? This big? Couldn't be a stretched image of Scatman John, could it? Right? What other paintings have I used Scatman John on? I've used Scatman John on a lot of paintings.
And you wouldn't know. But the painting wouldn't be complete without him.
Basically,
yeah.
You know what? It's like when Vikings, Viking blacksmiths in whatever year that was, decided that when they were going to craft a sword, they were going to infuse it with the soul of a bear by crushing up the bones of bears and putting it in with the iron. And they thought that it was the soul of the bear that was making the sword strong, but what they were actually doing was combining the carbon from the bones with the iron to make a compound primitive steel. Which was so they were right. The swords were stronger, but they had no idea. So what I'm saying is, maybe we think it's the soul of Scatman John that's making these paintings so good, but actually, it's a compound primitive steel.
It's definitely the soul of Scatman John, and I'm happy to for the rest of my life. It is the soul of Scatman John.
What you don't know, guys, because I haven't put face cam on. I have face cam. I actually have face cam set up in OBS, I think, or I might not on this new computer. But if I did put face cam on, you'd see all the candles behind me and the A4 little photo frame with Scatman John in, and all the flowers that I put around him. Right. What I did was I went to the Pacific Ocean and I just got a bucket of water and I put it in a little jar and so I carry it. Statistically, there is a chance in that jar I have the ashes of Scatman John. Okay? And he gives me strength. I pray to him daily.
Yeah.
Yep. No, honestly, right. If we go back to this volcano painting, might be a bit powerful with vivid light. We'll just turn it down just a little bit. But you can see him.
He's there.
He's there.
It's like you don't know he's there, but you definitely know if he wasn't there. I think that's the kind of story he has.
Let's just smudge him about a bit more.
Like if he wasn't there, you'd be like, no, something's wrong with this painting. Definitely.
Let's merge that down and then let's just doesn't look like the reference at all, but we're going off trail, to be honest. But now that I have all these different colours, I should be able to just start colour picking from it and making some cool blabber.
Cool blabber.
That was my American accent. You're welcome, Pit.
It was good.
Was it good?
No.
Your nan.
What?
Lame.
No.
Did you just insult Scatman John?
No.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't dare.
You wouldn't dare. Well,
I'm too scared to.
What if I told you I was related?
Oh.
By divine right, would I also be Scatman John? Is it like the Japanese emperor? Am I the human form of a god?
Are you the heir to the throne?
The throne of Scat.
Are you? Yes.
I might well be, and you just wouldn't know.
Scatman Joe.
They actually call me Scatman Joe. Do you know why they call me Scatman Joe?
No, you have to inform me. Why do they call you that?
I go to bed with my trousers on. And every time I see my mum in the morning, I don't say, "Oh, morning, mum." I say, "Hey, chickadee," okay? And she weeps every morning. I don't know why she weeps. She says this weird thing. Don't think it makes sense. She goes, "I've lost a son and gained a scat." Right, and I don't know if that pleases her, but that's my mum's story.
How's your mum doing?
She died 15 years ago. So what? She didn't, guys. That was a joke. It's not a very good joke, but Christ, it's a joke.
Like,
Listen here.
better than my chicks yesterday, to be fair.
Oh shit. I had a joke. You know what? I've been watching Gordon. What's the Gordon Ramsay program even called?
Hell's Kitchen.
No, it's just where he like goes around to restaurants.
Oh, and like does them up.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I've been watching.
Kitchen Nightmare.
Kitchen Night. I've been watching a bit of Kitchen Nightmares. And I watched a lot of the American ones. And the American ones, he'll be like, "Oi, big boy, your food's shit. What's happening?" You know, and they'll be like, "I don't know, chef. I'm trying so hard," or whatever. That's my. Did you like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Right.
That's what it'll be like.
And I today I watched one of the British versions, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, right, these ones were earlier. I bet they're not going to be as fun as the American ones. Okay. And I was proven so wrong.
Are they better?
They're better.
I think he's quite aggressive, isn't he, in the British ones?
He literally like threw a bucket of cream on someone's head, right, for a start. But no, it's just hilarious because they don't argue at all.
They don't stand up for themselves saying you can't pour
No.
cream on my head.
No, because
They're
you
just like, okay,
can't.
you poured cream on
You
me.
can't. We're British people, right? So if someone comes in and goes, "You've done this all wrong. You're an idiot," and they're a professional, we're not dumb. Well, sometimes. So we'll go. All right, okay, fine. So I was watching this episode, and Gordon went to like a little pub in the middle of Yorkshire somewhere,
Yeah.
and this absolute goon had no idea what he was doing, and Gordon just went in and went like, "You've got no idea what you do you?" And he just went, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, well, how are you going to do this? You've completely messed this up, haven't you?" And he goes, yeah. Yeah, I suppose I have." And it's like, "Oh, okay." That's it. End of argument.
I guess like British people can be pretty stupid like until shown otherwise. Like we're pretty like bad at just like guessing how to do stuff.
Well, that was the thing. This Gordon was like, make me an omelette. You know, this is the first thing you learn as a chef. And he was like, "Never made an omelette before." And Gordon was like, "What, you never made an omelette before?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just never fancied one." And he's like, "Oh, okay, okay."
Just never fancied.
Just never fancied an omelette, have I? So I like all these funky patterns. So it's very strange watching it, but very fun. This is too bright, man. Too bright. My chat's been dead ever since I mentioned my 15-year-old dead mother. Just to preface, she died 15 years ago. She's not 15. That'd be weird. Because I'm... How old am I? 20? 20, right? That's what it says on my...
That's
on my passport. No, I know I don't have one of them. Don't know.
You did have a...
Oh, I was never born, was I? I was reborn in the image of Scatman.
Oh.
So, yeah. Think about...
I should have known
making
better,
fun of me
sorry.
now. Yeah, you should have. Because honestly, it's quite insensitive. I watched a very strange program. You know, have you ever watched The Undateables?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's a strange phenomenon where it's like let's watch disabled people, but the show is trying to help the disabled people. But I'm convinced that most of the people who watch The Undateables are watching it to laugh at the disabled people. or at least get some sort of humor out of it. Maybe
like,
not laugh at them, but oh,
it's like you don't watch the X Factor for the good singers, do you? Really? I mean, I don't watch it at all.
Well,
but you don't
that's
go,
why I don't watch it at all anymore, because they stopped
but
they stopped like airing the NAF acts, because I think like people were getting a bit annoyed that they went on live TV and got absolutely roasted.
that's part of the fun.
But yeah, when I did watch the X Factor, I always watched the awful ones, right? So anyway, I watched a new show which is like the Undateables.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing, Ernst. It's like the Undateables, but in Australia. And I was honestly so confused. This lady with autism. Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's in Australia, and they all just have autism. It's just autism exclusively.
Have autism.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
They have to have autism, I think.
To get an Australian citizenship.
Well, why would you live in Australia if you weren't autistic in some way?
Spiders are like massive, aren't they? Like, why would you opt in for spiders of that size? Scatman John's just bursting through the flames.
Well, I'm trying to cover him up a bit because I don't know. Is that too obviously Scatman John at the moment?
No, nobody would know it.
Would no one know? Because I can see his hat and his aura. I know that that's Scatman John.
Okay, yeah, okay. After a second glance.
I feel like it's less recognisable as Scatman John when I just leave it a mess. So let's do that.
Maybe he needs a bit more.
A bit more what?
Of a covering.
You reckon? No, I feel like it's a nice little Easter egg. But anyway, Australian Down syndrome program. Not Downs. For God's sake, Ernst confused me now. Australian autism program. So this lady, it's to find them love, is what it is. I hope that was made clear.
Who doesn't want love?
Who doesn't want love? Good question. And this lady's she's got Asperger's and autism. I think Asperger's a type of autism?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, she's got that.
Okay.
Fucking Scatman. And basically, she works on like theatre productions, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And she goes on a date with this fella. And she's got, I'd say, quite high functioning autism. Like, if I didn't have it thrown in my face by the program and gone, look, she's autistic, right? This is a specific kind of autism. I would have sat there for maybe half an hour before I even went, hold on, something's up here. That's how high functioning she was, right? And she goes on a theatre program, whatever. She does like plays and stuff. She really enjoys it, gets into it. Amazing. And she goes on a date with this fella.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's enjoying the date. But he's a bit worse than her in terms of his autism.
Yeah, like he's higher up on the spectrum.
He's higher or further across, whatever you want.
Yeah.
On the spectrum. And so she doesn't like him, I don't think. But he's a bit too autistic to realise this.
Yeah.
So the poor guy, she's like, oh, I work at a theatre production, but at this point, I think she's already decided that she doesn't like him.
This guy.
This poor man. And he goes, oh, I think, where is it? And she's like, oh, it's here in Australia. Random Australian name, like Wobbadong or whatever the hell Australians call their fucking cities, whatever. And this guy's like, sorry, it's a bit far away for me. I don't think I'd be able to go. And she says, well, they wouldn't let you in anyway. And he says, why wouldn't they let me in? And he goes, and she goes, because you have to have a disability to get in. It's for disabled people. And he goes, what's your disability? Because he's also autistic. So immediately his assumption, which is a fair assumption, is right. If I'm not allowed in and I'm autistic, and I have to be autistic because this is an autistic show, then
Yeah.
You must have a different disability as the requirement. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, what's your disability? And this woman goes, autism, obviously. And it's like,
Yeah.
but I'm, and he just, and I wish he would just clap back and go, but this is a show for I'm autistic. But obviously he's autistic, so didn't think that. He didn't clap back. He just went, oh, okay. And it was like, so rude.
I think my favourite moment in all Undateable's history was when this guy, they were going with this like woman, and they were gonna play crazy golf.
Oh yes.
And then he was like, "Oh, I play loads of golf," and she's like, "Well, what's your handicap then?" And he goes, "I have autism." And it's like the funniest thing. And she's like, "No, that's not what I mean."
Oh.
What's your handicap? I have autism. No.
I might mute myself while I eat chocolate. I don't know how loud it is the problem.
It's chocolate.
How loud is my chocolate eating?
I don't think it's too bad, to be fair. I don't think I can hear you eating it, but sometimes I hear the packet sling.
The wrapper. No.
Yeah.
Okay. What if? Get this. We select by colour range like that. Bam. We add a new layer. We slap a mask in it. We grab our Lord and Saviour Scatman.
Again. For round 2.
We put him down. We stretch him out. We flap him. And we just... like this. You'll see. You'll see what I'm doing.
Ian?
Right. Like that.
Yeah.
And then... select this. Control-Shift-I to invert. Delete. Scatman is in the pyroclastic flow. Maybe... can we... we might need to make him just a little bit longer. Pick it up just a little bit faster. Right. Scatman is in the lava now. So if we vivid light him, look at that. Look at that. Without. With. Instantly better.
Would you know it's Scatman Jones? No.
A bit toned down. I mean, you can literally see his little grin.
Do you think if you didn't know what Scatman John looked like, you'd know that was Scatman John?
No, but I would see a face and I'd be like,
Why is a mustached man
why is there
in this volcano?
Look at that. Instantly, he is removed. Right, I'm thinking we need something even darker. I'm talking like pitch black. I think any time I begin to talk about Scatman John, the entire chat falls dead silent, right? And I get it, guys. You're not educated about Scatman John. You don't feel like you've amassed enough worldly knowledge to speak of his existence.
No, I mean, not everybody can.
It's a bit terrifying. I guess I'm like, in another life, I might have been, say, a high priest of Scat. But you shouldn't feel intimidated, honestly. It's no biggie, right? Because sometimes my girlfriend, she'll say to me, babe, scat babe.
Let's not say that.
She'll say scat babe. I'm just a little bit too intimidated by your sexual prowess, and you know why it is? It's because you've been humming "Scat Me If You Can" all day, and I say, well, come on, inferior scat creature. It's okay. It's not. It's nothing to be afraid of. Scat is just another way of life that in your, some people's minds just can't comprehend it, and that's nothing. You can't be ashamed of that.
You call her inferior scat creature.
Well, listen, she's
Oh,
not listened to the whole discography, has she?
well, no, but I mean,
Yes, out of fear. That's correct. Okay? Have you listened to 1999's Take Your Time by Scatman John? Yeah, probably.
I have listened to it.
Everybody Jam?
50 times.
1996? Oh, probably. Oh, what's that? Scatman's World 1995? Yeah, probably. But have you listened to the original John Larkin tapes? Okay.
We listened to them, didn't we?
We have,
Together?
and that's why we
are
not
scat official.
We're not scat mortal, okay? We are scataholics, and we need help.
We need to see someone.
Do
you reckon we can apply for a DSA when we go back to uni?
What is a DSA?
Disabled
allowance.
Disabled students allowance, yeah. Because and they ask what are your symptoms? Why?
What are your symptoms? Why are you disabled? And you just go.
Well,
you burst into song, and you absolutely perfectly lyric for lyric. I'm talking every single scat on beat. Reproduce "Dream Again."
yeah.
And they go, "You definitely qualify." Okay. Here you are.
If you can recreate Stop the Road beat for beat, then that's incredible. That's something I want to do. I'm pretty close.
What we're going to do is we're going to take that's so impressive, scat for scat, that we're going to take the disabled allowance off the actual disabled people, and you can have it. Because, I mean, let's be honest. What's more deserving? You've got a wheelchair. What? Forget it, pal. You can navigate yourself fine. But hold on. You can reproduce Night Train, scat for scat. Here you are.
You can choo on time.
Powerful. I hate my life.
To be fair, right, the increase in studies I was doing probably before we started studying, maybe like a study every other day. Pretty poor.
That's very poor.
Then I started studying with you.
Yeah.
And doing like a study. And then I got to about 2 studies a day. And then about a week in, we were like, have you ever been to Scatman John?
Scatman,
we gave it a go.
How's Scatman John doing? Yeah.
And that was a career changer. I think in the future, if I'm ever asked, Thomas
Osborne,
what was the biggest influence in your artistic career? I would be like,
have you ever heard 1999's Take Your Time? If not,
no.
They're like, oh, is that an art pod? Did Proco do an art podcast with that old fella who looks like he's about to die? And you go, no, it's not Marshall Vandroff and Proco, Stan Prokopenko. It's actually Scatman John.
Stop in the Rain. Stop
the Rain. Is that a James Gurney sequel to Colour and Light? Is that about weather and how to paint? No, it's musical genius, is what it is. Okay. Samantha.
I have a confession to make, Joe.
Oh no.
Right. So basically, when we go to the shops, and we'll go into like a charity shop or whatever to see what they have, we'll be like, we'll look around, and then make sure to check
in your infinite
every
wisdom.
time
For
in the vinyls section.
if you can find
if
1999
find,
Scatman
because
Johns.
I was gonna buy one. I was gonna try and buy it, and they're like 200 quid. So I was like, okay, I can't afford that.
For take your time.
For any scat. Well, he doesn't have any of them on LP because they were pretty pointless then. It's only like his very, very earliest album that were put onto a vinyl.
That's going to be very rare. Very
Yeah,
rare.
exactly. So the chances of finding that are slim, but stranger things have happened if you scat me a little.
I like that you slotted in a Scatman lyric there.
Strange things could happen if you scat me a little.
Shibbity bop bop wait up. My son's name is Scatman John. Shibbity bop bop wait up. He went to bed with his trousers on. Why did he? Why did he? No one knows.
It's so, right. If you think about it, how much time do you spend getting ready in the morning when you've got like a lecture?
15 minutes.
He can do it in 14 because he doesn't have to put his trousers on in that situation.
You're assuming it takes me an entire minute.
Well, you gotta, decide.
to equip my trousers. And honestly, that is a very generous amount of time.
Well,
for that kind of task, that level of task.
I mean, yeah.
Honestly, Scatman John has become.
But I listen to him regularly, unironically now. Like I don't even think. Right. Yeah. I just think I'm gonna put Spotify on. Okay, it's gonna put some Scatman John on then.
It's a Pavlovian response, is what it is. So what I've done, indirectly, is I've accidentally conditioned you to associate me playing Scatman John, much like Pavlov dinging his bell, okay, to you doing work. So now you're feeling a bit down in the dumps. You want that adrenaline rush. That what's that chemical that's released when you exercise? The one that makes you happy.
Is it serotonin?
You want that
or whatever it is.
Whatever it is, you want that serotonin, okay, in your system, and you get that from completing studies. You feel good about yourself, and you go, "Oh, how do I complete studies?" And that audio cue, skibbity pop pop wait up, immediately, okay. In your head, serotonin equals Scatman John, and that's my crowning achievement.
It's like I'm worried now of my future.
Because what if he gets taken off Spotify? We already know that it's difficult to find it on YouTube. Take your time. Tom tried the other day, not you, the other Tom.
Yeah.
And he was really struggling. He was searching for about 15 minutes to find that album specifically on YouTube. I mean, I'm gonna put on my CV so that when I get interviews, corrected the CEO of Spotify on the date of Scatman John's second album, Everybody Jam. And I think that's going to get me a job.
So, yeah, you want to be a lecturer, don't you?
Yeah, I'd like to be a lecturer.
I'm not afraid to speak to people higher up than me to enforce change.
I'm not afraid to scat
campaign for
in
change.
Class. Okay.
I'm not afraid to campaign for change. What's your example of that? Well,
have you ever heard of Scatman John's 1996 album? Everybody Jam. It was the second in his discography. Okay.
I think he'd ask you to leave there and then, honestly.
Leave. Because you've got the job. We don't need to ask you any more questions.
Zebra's done.
Zebra's done. Frog's live.
Let me post this.
I've almost consumed an entire packet. It's like a smallish bar of Galaxy chocolate.
You lie to yourself. It's a big bar.
It's more of the medium bars.
Don't fib to yourself.
Right.
Don't be a fibber.
No fibbing here. How much money have I made off all of you goons from watching it?
Oh, yeah.
Probably like 2p or something. How do I check? I don't even know.
You can probably just, I don't know how, when they put money into your PayPal. I didn't get an ad when I joined, so they must
The
think
payout is 100.
this puny being probably doesn't need ads, so they didn't give me one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I've got a little thing that says
Got an ad.
today's revenue.
That's like half a p.
It
That's
is
like half
it
a
is
penny.
literally half a piece. I don't get much money from ads.
Well, that's half a penny more.
Today's revenue is sitting on $0, 0 cents.
Well, that's $0.00 more than you had
But you know,
yesterday.
well, I'll check again after the stream's done. Maybe it'll update when the stream's finished.
Do you reckon you're at a point where you can drop out of uni now and just do this full time?
I actually
of
got asked. I don't know if you know, Liverpool's quite famous for its bands.
They are.
What's that one with the 4 bowl-headed kids?
With the 4 kids, the Wombats,
No, they've got bowl heads.
the Beatles.
The Beatles, that's it.
What's that? I thought you would have known that, so that's why. Okay. Yeah.
The Beatles are famous for doing
awful music.
Yellow Submarine.
They are.
They did the OST to Gary's Mod Runaway 911. There's an Easter egg in that mod where you can find them. Honestly, go and check it out yourself.
I'm not a fibber, but that's what I've just heard.
Yeah, and yeah, that's correct. I get paid at £100. Which is never gonna happen, is it? Let's be honest. £100, that's like, I'm not getting £1 an hour, so that's a long way down the road. I'm gonna get £100. I would get more money, honestly, for going into Birkenhead Town Centre and busking, but only doing the solos from Scatman songs a cappella. I think I'd get pity money. Oh, I like that. I like how it's made lava pink. Ooh, I like that. Let's keep that. Brill.
I have a problem with my OneDrive. It's been trying to upload this PSD. It says it's uploaded 26.1 megabytes of 26.1 megabytes for like a week now.
What is it that it's trying to upload? Can you actually click on the item and see?
Yeah, I know the item.
What is it?
But when I click on it, it's a PSD of the Simon study I did yesterday, or 2 days ago. But it won't like let me go away. What if I just delete it? I don't need it. It's a PSD. Delete.
Hal says it's all about donations. It's not about the ad revenue. So, what I want everyone to do, okay, is I've got a little trick. You open your wallet, wherever that is in your room, and you whip out the little card. It might say debit on it, and I just want the numbers on the front and the 3 little digits on the back. Okay, the last 3 on the back. And what I can do with that is I can provide scat to a lot more of the world.
To a wider audience.
I think that's a noble cause, a noble enough cause. All you have to do is read numbers off a card, right? It's no skin off your back, eh?
Your back? I thought it was your nose.
And don't check your bank account for what? No, not the nose is on your face, and the back is quite a large part of your torso. I don't know if you did anatomy studies last week, Tom. Okay, back and the nose nowhere near each other.
Your nose and your back can be near each other. Theoretically.
If you have some sort of horrible deformity, yes.
Or you're a contortionist like myself.
Is that your second best skill after scat?
Yeah. Although you can say after art and compliment me then, but no. No. After scat.
You don't get a compliment. We'll keep the Scatman file open for when we require it. I tried to make him look a bit like Jesus in this one. But, you know. Right.
So basically, didn't make a change to anything.
So basically,
Watch out.
I have to hold myself back every time I do that. For making like the world's worst joke.
So every time I want to post something on Instagram,
Yeah.
I have to email it to myself because my OneDrive won't sync.
Here's an idea, pal. Buddy.
What's the buddy idea, pal?
Send it to me in Discord, or just your channel in Discord.
Why haven't I been doing that, Joe? Why do?
And then just save it off that, you idiot. Why have you been emailing your images to yourself? It's a nice zebra study. It's got a very sunburnt arse, I'll give you that.
Well, I was thinking zebras are in the sun, aren't they?
Good use of a clipping mask. Good use.
So, if zebras are in the sun...
Actually, a zebra is perfect for a clipping mask, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think I could make a zebra like dead quick?
Out of Scatman.
Not out of Scatman. He's gonna
get my phone back in a sec.
So here's our grassland. Okay, this is my theory. So if I just... There's the foot of my zebra. There's its stomach. This is the world's... Oh my god! God help my degree. Listen, it's not that bad. Oh, it's so bad. Why is the neck go like that far? Okay, let's just... That's better. And it's got a little... Right, we've got our zebra.
Potato study. Thanks, Laura. It does look like a potato.
Are you seeing my plan here, Tom?
Hold on. No. I see 3 lines. 4 lines.
Do you see the plan? We're gonna...
So you're gonna make a zebra.
We're
Oh
gonna
yeah, I see the
select
plan.
this. We have our mask, which is the world's worst zebra mask. And now all I need to do is like... Don't work hard, work smart, gang. Okay, look, the legs have that like triangle shape, don't they? So we can do that. Oh, it's not working. Let's put the word back on.
I'm gonna make some zebra changes.
Instant zebra. Are you impressed, gang? Because I am. Look at that. That's Procofetus standard. I know. It's so awful. But the concept works.
Twitch partner, right?
Twitch affiliate, not a partner.
Twitch affiliate.
Yeah, okay.
You're right, that's good.
But hear me out here.
I'm hearing.
If I actually drew the zebra silhouette properly, that'd be a very decent start. I'm just trying to mess about with the mixer brush more because
what I did
using it here was genius. Genius with the little bevels and the water. Look at that. Were you here for that?
I was there. I saw that. I saw the demo for it as well. It went really well.
Thanks. Yeah. So that's genius, right?
Yeah.
This didn't really feature any mixer brush. This, absolute genius. This is a pro gamer move, right?
Yeah.
So the more pro gamer moves I can slot into my workflow, the quicker I'll get. But I'm basically thinking, right? People have been begging me, like I'm talking, sending me emails of their artwork for some reason instead of sending them to me on Discord, right? And saying, look, I require your mixer brush knowledge. They send me messages like, I've never seen someone so good using art, but specifically the mixer brush. And I need in on that.
I got an email the other day saying, I've never realised one person can be so good at singing Scatman John.
Were you singing Scatman John in a public forum? How did the masses find out about this ability?
Well, a Skype.
Good. But I'm thinking, I have more and more people asking for a mixer brush tutorial on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking, what's the best subject matter to show off what I've been learning and experimenting with the mixer brush about?
What's the best way you can do it well?
This was pretty good. I mean, the fact is, it'd be like saying, oh, can you do a tutorial on how to use the brush tool? Right, it's like, what does that mean? You can use the brush tool in so many ways. But arguably, the mixer brush is even more versatile. Because with the mixer brush, you can just paint with one colour like you would with the brush tool. So it's the brush tool plus a pattern stamp tool plus a smudge tool. It's just too powerful. So when people want a tutorial, it's like, well, I could do a painting with the mixer brush and sample the colours. Or I could do pipes with the mixer brush or something.
You've got to. What I find is when I talk to people about pattern stamp tool and mixer brush tool and normal brush, people don't know the difference between them. When I
They don't know.
no, so it's like,
I mean, look at this that I found out. Right. If we get something over here, and then we just make it a bit smaller. What's the button to switch between your colours?
I don't know.
I swear I had a hotkey. But anyway, we'll do that. Right. And you get this.
Ooh, circle.
I think I tried this the other day and it didn't go too well. See, it's not going very well. I could sample this whole circle. Right. What's JMixer 2? I don't want that. Okay. I could sample this whole circle. But, oh, I didn't do it on a separate layer. You know what, we'll just select it. And we'll just slap it on a different layer.
Will we?
Right. I reckon I could get this. And then... Okay, it needs to be bigger. So like that. And now I've got like a pipe.
Yeah.
But I mean, better yet, I could get this, and then I could shade the bottom half of it like that.
Yeah.
And then I'd have an even better pipe, because it's now the bottom half of it is shaded. And then all you need to do is come along with like a white or something. Like pat. Give it a bit of a Kang smudge about. And you got like the world's worst pipe. Well, that's an example of something that I've been trying to think about.
I guess it'd be good for cities.
But my plan is, right, like you have this, And what I did was I set up like the black and then the grey on top of it, and then sampled that, and then you've got the bevel that you can use. Right. And I just did a zebra one, which was pretty trash. But
Yeah.
you have all these shapes that you have to set up beforehand, and I'm thinking, what if I could get some actually useful ones? Because this isn't too useful unless you're doing something really specific. Like, look, if I want to do like a rope, that's pretty useful. It looks like just a bit more 3D than a regular
Yeah.
wire painting would. You know, if you're doing a sci-fi thing, look at that. You got some hanging pipes, right, and they look fairly. And you've got one that's a bit closer, like that.
I think something I remember using it for was when you're painting like Vine, kind of a pain in the ass if you're painting the vine and then you have to paint the light of it and then you have to paint a shadow of it when you're like really small and dangly. But you can do it. I think I used this and it worked really well.
Yeah, but look at that. Look at
There you
that.
go.
And we
You
can
could do an octopus with it.
right, a one in the extreme foreground, like that. You now have a series of pipes that are hanging. They look 3D, but they're pretty quick, right? And the main portion of my time was setting it up. So what if just like a brush setup that's pre-set up, I just had a PSD with all of these patterns on separate layers that did different things, like a vine pattern that I could just select, or a bevel pattern that I could just select, or a hair pattern, something like that, right? Because look at that, I really like that. And then obviously you'd have like, I don't know, something in the background. They're coming from a point in the ceiling, so you could shade them as if they're all coming down. But whatever. If I could have a PSD with patterns similar to this, because this one seems to work pretty well, that I can just call upon, or like different PSDs. So I'd have a wire PSD, and it'd have like different kinds of wires. Like this is one. This is like the stock wire, and then maybe I could have like plastic-looking wires where the highlight bit, so you'd effectively have it darker around, and you'd have the highlight a lot smaller, like that, I think. So if I selected that, well, if I got rid of that first, if I selected that, then it should be like, the highlight should be smaller in theory. I guess it doesn't really work because the spacing on the brush isn't high enough. But if I go in the brush settings and I turn spacing down to... Oh, yeah, I can't. The spacing is literally as low as it will go. Oh yeah, if I just actually move the brush slowly, then you have that much brighter highlight because it's concentrated. But, like, instant pipes is pretty useful, isn't it? Instant pipes in 3D software is useful. If I had a room with walls and it was like, oh right, I want a pipe going from the back, and you just increase the brush size as it got closer towards you. Look at that.
Bingo bango bongo.
You've got a load of pipes in a room, right? You've got like instant beams. You know, you've got like a little building, maybe, right? And you're like, oh, how am I gonna? It's a cylinder. We'll make it a cylinder, and we'll put like a highlight on it. In fact, we could make our cylinder using this, maybe. We need to select this again. Right. We could make our cylinder with this tower. It's like a big cylinder, right? things at the back going backwards, you'd do like that. And then the ones at the front, I guess you do that way. You know, and you've got like these instant, very concept arty wires coming off it. How's that look, gang?
Grand.
But obviously my original cylinder was pretty bad. I won't believe that. Do you see how powerful that is? How powerful that is. It's almost like you're painting with 3D. And I just need to perfect it. But the nice thing is I've never seen anyone else do anything like it. I've never seen anyone use the mixer brush like this. So I think I've invented something. Obviously, with the amount of people on Earth and the amount of people that use Photoshop, someone else has definitely used the mixer brush like this. But not any big concept artists that I know of.
I think it's mostly used for photo bashing, isn't it? Taking like a section of a photo and just put it in whatever you want. That's what I see most people use it for.
Yeah, you can just sample. Because you can sample things from different canvases. Like, instead of copy pasting Scatman John, I could just make my mixer brush really big. Sample him if the layer was unlocked. Mixer brush is actually so big that I physically cannot sample anything.
You zoom Scatman John out, you might be able to.
No, it's because I can't unlock the layer because the mixer brush is just so large. Now I can. Right, so if I just sample Scatman, which I'm pretty sure I should be able to... Yeah, I've sampled Scatman. Then I can just plop him in like that. I could paint with him, and it keeps him, even though I've changed to a different canvas, it keeps the Scatman in. And then you get scat pipes, which are a bit more flat, you see. But, I mean, look at this. I don't have to do it as a circle. That was just an example for the pipe. I could do a section of wall, maybe. Like I was doing in 3D the other day. Right. Or whatever. Make it a bit smaller so that I can actually sample it without it lagging. And then maybe if I select this, right, I've got like, we've got 3 things now. So imagine you're trying to design something quite...
Like it'd be great for stuff like train tracks and that, wouldn't it?
Like a staircase. If I made the hard bit is figuring out what pattern does what, because it's kind of, yeah, this is mixer brush. The hard bit is figuring out that this, because you have to think that this is going to be sampled over and over again for each brush tip, and you have to figure out what that'll do. But I could do a proper one, and you'd have like a staircase brush. Because if you do it down, it's thick, and if you do it to the side, it's thin. Which is, I guess, the same as any elliptical brush. But you can basically keep the same brush size and do that, right? And you have a spiral staircase, and it even shows the underside of it, which is darker. Look, it's Sierpinski's staircase. But look, that especially, if I did, look, this is so cool. This is so cool. If there was a tunnel, so there's light at the end of the tunnel, and then everything else is dark. right, and there's light at the end of the tunnel. And then we imagine that there's going to be like a glow as well, right, from the end of the tunnel. And then we equip our mixer brush. Oh, the mixer brush, the only problem is when you unequip it, it gets rid of the pattern. So what I'm going to have to do is make that pattern again, or we could try and make a different little pattern, like, I don't know, maybe you have 2 squares and we have a circle like that, and then on the circle we actually do it white, and on the top of each square we do a little highlight. Right, if I sample this and then I go back on my tunnel, oh, it's not really gonna work because of the brush size. But can you see that if I carried these on and just made the brush a little bigger as I go, that you have something that looks so almost 3D, and you could
Can
even
you
do like,
do you like brush tip sensitivity on the mixer brush?
the way you do that is you turn the wet up,
Ah, okay.
and then it kind
No,
of blends with the
I mean in
background.
terms of like size sensitivity.
You might be able to. I haven't checked.
Then
Let me try. Shape dynamics. Minimum diameter. 0. Yeah, it is controlled by pen pressure. Yeah, but the minimum was just quite high, so that's
you can put the
that's
spacing
small.
to 0 as well.
The spacing's already on 0, I think. It's just such a laggy brush that. So are you suggesting that I can just like make it big, and then
Manually, and it has like more of like a.
I don't think you have enough control over it. Sadly.
Yeah, I guess not.
But I'm thinking that you have different uses for these, and you could get somewhere with it. Is there any way that I can go back far enough to get those wires back? Because those wires looked amazing. I don't think I can.
I think it'd be really good for photo bashing. So you want some vines, you just take a section of vine, grab it, and then you've got unlimited vines.
Yeah. I mean, just like you just have so much control over, like, if you make these custom shapes, which is why I was thinking that a PSD file with them on would be really useful. But yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Did 2 pretty good studies, and I messed about with the mixer brush below, which is always fun. Always fun. And we spoke so much trash. Garbage about Scatman, which is, again, always,
Talking about,
always good.
talking about Scatman's never.
It's never
Garbage.
that garbage, no. Thank you all for coming. Friends, family, mainly friends. One of my viewers is just called Feet, apparently, which is a cool. Sorry for doxing you, Feet, but that's a fun username. And I'll leave you with all this mixer brush knowledge. It's an untapped source of potential that no one uses, and I feel like I need to bring it to the world, the forefront of the world, much like
Make a
Scatman John.
Gumroad tutorial on it. Wait until you're famous and then make a Gumroad
Is
tutorial on it.
Is Josh live? What's Josh's actual channel name? Is it just Ergo Josh? I need the actual channel name. Ergo Josh. We're raiding. You ready, gang?
Born ready.
Let's go.
Erg time.
We're raiding with 3 viewers. Oh,
Will he react?
bro.
No.
Oh, I get a free shout out if I raid Ergo Josh. Do this more often. Bro. I think this is the second time the first time I raided someone, it was someone I didn't know. Madness. Right, I'm gonna end the stream here. Yeah, thanks for coming. Bye bye.